fucking call me, right? It crashes the show. This is why I tell people, don't call me, I'll call you, right? Nothing personal, but it's just that this is the way technology is, and if I have to fucking just take apps out. So, by the way, am I pissed? No, I'm focused, right? So this is a very important thing, right? Living from a focus. So now we wait for everyone to come back, and we figure out how to join things. By the way, this is important. This is so important to everything that you do everywhere in life. So we got one back, one like, and one here. Cool. All right. So.
All right.
Right. Ready?
So, will we just start again or not? Will we just start with? We'll just keep going and we'll join them somehow. Is it?
I'm just thinking how that's going to work. So, you just talk to them. Let me just think through the logistics real
quick. I'm glad you're back here. Cool. Yeah, we just had someone tried to call 20, and the problem is then that's when the sound went out. So
yeah, it crashes the show.
Yeah, so we had to close it and start again. Cool.
Okay, ready? So we're still working on the 3 worst pieces of advice that we've heard people share online, and we talked with just go to the end, right? Neville teaches to imagine what implies and to let it be action of self-predominant. So I'm driving a race car, see my race car, whatever, it just doesn't work. If you're just tuning in, make sure you check out the first one because I'm not going to try to reiterate that. Second, feel what you would feel. The problem with that almost always is I'd feel excited, I'd be thankful, I'd be something. I feel touched. This is really important. Touched. And the third, keep doing that. This is what happens. It was Grandma's quote. Cool, that's what I was going to do. Neville talks about Grandma. And Grandma has not been able to see the grandkids in years. And Grandma, in imagination, reviews 2 letters.
Reviews?
Having sent 2 letters every night for 7 days.
Oh, yes.
Grandma imagines these letters. And she falls asleep in the feeling of whatever she feels, right? And this is really important. If you imagine that it's going to take months, years, 2-3 times a day, you're imagining resistance. And every now and then it does take a little while to just nail something. But if you're imagining something for months and years and then asserting nothing out there is changing, it's because you haven't moved. Oh dear. So having had moved, you will rest in the state of your wish fulfilled. If it took Grandma 7 days, to me that's a mighty long time. If it takes 7 months, 7 years, 7 times a day, it just gets a little nutty. In other words, they're imagining resistance. So the worst 3 pieces, just go to the end. Yep. Married, race car. Feel what you would feel. Very excited, very excited. And the third, keep doing it. I do it every day. I do it every day, all day long. I keep making movies about it. Keep seeing it. And it's very different whenever you actually allow yourself to, what did Neville Goddard say? The state that you most commonly return to is your dwelling place. Ready? Do you have any idea how often I have to return to the state of happy, loving husband?
Teacher.
All right, I'm just going to stick with that. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many times do I have to return to the state of happy, loving teacher? How many times do I have to return to the state of happy, loving puppy dad? I don't know, 10,000 times a day? Because my attention will go someplace, and then it's drawn back to her. And I re-enter into happy, loving husband.
But it's not through persistence or force or any of that. It's just where it's almost like where you feel drawn to.
It's where I'm drawn to come home.
Yeah.
I'm drawn to go shopping.
Which dwelling place
drawn
are
to
you?
come home.
Yeah, going home to.
I'm drawn to go to the pool. I'm drawn to come home. Where I return to most often. Here, her, puppy dad, teacher. And this is so important. It's not about persisting to make it happen. It's about returning home. And I'm not going to get into the argument people have because I address this every single day. But I'll say this. When you feel that your dwelling place is your home, that's when everything and everyone moves into it with you. If it feels like I visited the best place on the planet and now I have to go home, very different. So let's begin there. And we got 8 watching and 2 likes. So cool. How's that, Victoria?
Yeah, it's very good. Cool.
And if you want to fix these mistakes and a whole bunch more, howtofeelitreal.com. Go there, get those little videos, get the daily emails. They will change your life. Because there's so many little tiny mistakes people do, and they say, yeah, I've been feeling it real for 8 years for my wish. That's got to be frustrating, and I get it. But it's the little tiny bit of difference. By the way, I demonstrated frustrated really well a little bit ago, didn't I? Because I'm frustrated. But if here's the 4th. Oh my God, I have to raise my vibration. I'm in a negative mood and I need to raise my vibration. A lot of people feel that intensity is negative. Because when you were bad and daddy came home and beat your ass, if you were up in the 70s, right, that's intense. And so what a lot of people do nowadays is they avoid everything intense as possible. On the other hand, intensity gets the job done. If you ever got to swing a hammer or use a saw, or tell Victoria, halt. Right? Every now and then I tell her that. I said, halt. And she'll go, why? I'll say, snake. And she'll go, ooh. Right? Halt's a little bit faster than snake. But with her personality, I realize I got to say the word snake. And then she'll go, where?
Am I getting hotter or colder?
Yeah, hotter, colder, don't fucking move, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, how's that,
Excellent,
Victoria?
that's great. Thank you, Wally, for your question. The next question's from Robbie on Facebook. I am confused.
That is the rightness. That's right.
Okay.
Roberto.
Hey, Mr. 20. Didn't Neville say to keep repeating the imaginal act? Why do you say not to?
So yeah, we talked about grandma.
Yeah, we talked about grandma.
So here's the other side of the coin. Ready? Gangplank. We did a really cool call called the nostalgia call or something cool like that. Right? That's in the store. And one of the things that happened during the nostalgia event was Neville had to leave Barbados. He just wanted to go home. Right? Desire shows up, and he calls the people at the place, and they say, "No way, Neville. Yeah, there's no tickets for months." Right? Neville sits down, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, he imagines walking up the gangplank. And his mind wanders. And he continues to imagine walking up the gangplank. And his mind wanders. And he continues to imagine walking up the gangplank. By the way, how long is a gangplank? You ever all walk up one? Right? 2-3 seconds. Right? It ain't long. Right? Even with a gimp stick. A gangplank, not long. Right? Yeah. I can say gimp stick. I had a gimp stick. I know. Right? So anyway, so Neville kept repeating that little sequence until he actually went the whole way up. And then his brother gave him his daughter, and he looked back at the island of Barbados. And it's not a month-long movie. It was just a few seconds in time. And you can let this become so fast, because what really sealed the deal was what spontaneously showed up. And he says, I didn't plan this. I didn't plan for my brother to give me my daughter and look and see the island and feel nostalgia. But that was the imaginal act that sealed the deal. The rest of it was setting. What sealed it was that little tiny bit. And you can just explore that little tiny bit, what it feels like to hold your daughter, touching moment, and look at the island of Barbados, a touching moment. That's timeless. It's just it's between blinks. And so, that fast. And people will do this for months. Hey, Zach. And people will do this for months, for months, for months, for months, for months, for months, for months. Instead of radio, you just set the stage and you find that little moment that happens between blinks. Oh, my daughter, my island. That didn't take long. And there's ownership there. So if you're slow, do grandma. If you're really slow, pretend you have to add in mind movies and mantras and mood musics and skickies and all kind of things for months and months and months. Or you can discover, I really like Genesis. Who would like to know why I like Genesis?
7 days.
Yeah.
It was very, very good.
Yeah. Every day, right? God made something that flies, something that swims, something that flies, and tries to get something that swims. I mean, like in 7 days, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a lesson there, right? In the beginning, God said, yeah, that sounds cool. Right? Second, oh, God, that's going to be weird. Wonder what it's going to be. Poof, platypus. Right, that's interesting. We really, 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 really get to notice God didn't struggle for years to make a platypus. Boom, let there be, right? Let. So you got some options. You can imagine resistance and persistence. You can just do a little wiggle jiggle and have some fun. And I think that's really valuable. So, Robbie?
Excellent, Robbie.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, have you ever gone someplace with a little kid? I remember when the first grandkid was little, and we went someplace, right? And she's in the back seat in our little thing, and it's like, are we there yet? 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 Are we there? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can laugh now, right? So, are we there yet? So,
Cool.
let's do it, Victoria. Whew.
Okay. The next question's from Faith via email.
Oh my God.
My reality is nothing like what I imagined.
Guess what we did today? And we gotta have faith.
Yeah,
It was so much
sang
fun.
Faith.
It was so much fun. Look at that.
Okay, and Faith asks, Mr. 2020, thank you for sharing this 7 free videos.
You're welcome.
Is that the how
Hey.
to feel it real?
Yeah, howtofeelitreal.com.
Cool.
By the way, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed to that or followed us here or do it the other way around, I don't understand. I really don't. Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to tell you that I feel it's so challenging to feel that real because currently my reality is not reflecting anything like that. I want to get settled in France and to get married with a loving rich guy and want to own 300 grand. But I try to feel it real, but it seems quite unbelievable. What should I do? Please guide. Thank
Cool.
you.
Yeah, don't say that. Cool. So, ready? Y'all get how frustrated I was when Owen called. I'm not frustrated with Owen, right? Owen, I hope you're watching this. Wouldn't that be cool? But when frustration shows up, right? I've imagined a good show. The show crashed. I don't go, oh, gee, golly, let's raise our vibration. I go straight into fuck shit, right? It shows up. It's very intense, and I've got energy to do some work. Now, when people go, I have to maintain a high vibration. I have to maintain a high vibration, right? But I like low energy. High vibration, all happy and sunshiny and shit, but smooth, right? It's just nutters, isn't it? On the other hand, right, my buddy Owen calls, crashes the show, right? I'm not pissed at him. I am frustrated, and I let it move through me, and I use that energy to map out how do I get back? How do I get to where I'm going? 3D reality is always going to contain 2 things, echoes and speed bumps. Can't help it, right? 3D reality, and did you use that term or am I just making it up? Oh, people use that term all the time. So you didn't use it, but I will. Here's what's worse. People go, in reality, nothing's changing. In reality, it's not the way I am on the inside. What most people call reality, 3D reality, is more accurately labeled as the echo. It's what was. What you have experienced and what you're willing to accept as true now will continue to grow. I go straight into a fuck shit moment. We did a great call and remarkable on this. Right? I go straight into a fuck shit moment. Right? I am not holding back. I texted Owen, don't fucking call. Right? You just crashed the show. I need him to understand this. And it's and it's because apparently I haven't been clear before. I'll take responsibility for that. But this is the thing. You need to be willing to consume with fire. Jesus tossed the money lenders out of the temple, right? And people, oh, that means Jesus was against money. Yeah, maybe not. But here's the thing, right? 3D reality is always an echo. It can be an echo of what you just sung or what you sang 10 years ago. And 3D reality always has speed bumps. Always. It's not all rainbows. There's some clouds in the sky. And when you get, cool, what's my real desire? What I'm seeing here sounds to me more like fantasy. And I'm not saying you don't want to go to France, have a rich guy and a lot of money. But what are you hungry for today? Right? Here's one of mine. I bought this with the Remarkable Kids this morning. Right? Now, for whatever reason, so we're doing something different next week, and it requires us to use different technology, which requires us to have one of these, right? And I'm going to go shopping this morning, and I feel like taking this. Why would I feel like taking this? By the way, Owen gave me this, right? How cool is this? And so this is pretty cool. Owen gave me this. I don't carry it every day. I got everything I usually need around my VIP badges. But I take this because inside of here are some things. And one of them is the business card. And I go, and I've imagined having a stand for next week. I've not imagined getting on the thing and trying to buy one and looking shit up. But I've imagined having a stand for the computer next week.
And lo and behold, that's at Aldi, isn't it?
No, this is at Kohl's, Cartoon City.
Yeah.
And it's $20. Feel that. That's heavy.
Oh, good. Excellent, Brad.
Right? It's decent.
Yeah.
So I've already imagined having one of these for the show on Tuesday. It's Friday here now. And for whatever reason, I'm drawn to take the wallet that Owen gave me. And then, and it has the business card, and I buy this, and I put it on the business thing, and there's the receipt for Victoria.
Yeah, thank you.
She just loves shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, things that you don't know about Victoria. Episode 1, she hates stickers. Episode 2, she loves receipts. Right? Now, if they ever have a sticker that's a receipt, right, she's going to spin right out, and I'm just going to sit here and smile, right?
Yeah.
But I seem to digress. So why do I mention this? In 3D reality, there was no stand here, and I usually don't carry the card, and so on. And today, I just clearly experienced having the stand for next week, so I have one less thing to hassle me. In other words, I'm imagining less speed bumps. And there it is. I'm talking to the Remarkable Kids, having a good time. I turn to go, wow. And I bought the red card. It's fascinating to me. So here's my thing. What should I do? Look up my videos on Joseph Goddard to the max. We've got thousands of videos. But go to howtofeelitreal.com. No, go to the other one. Go to our YouTube channel. And while you're there, find our playlist on Joseph Goddard to the max. I need you to have daily wins. Because when you have daily wins, and if you want to reach out to me, I'll send you some specifics, but I can't put them in the show. When you have daily wins, you will start realizing what's happening, quote unquote, out there is always an echo. There will always be speed bumps. And when you have a speed bump, you just have a fuck shit moment and you move on. You'll notice I'm faithful to the state of my wish fulfilled. I didn't say, fuck it, the show's over, let's go home, let's cry, let's just both get jobs, let's move to a cheap country because it'll cost less money. And that's what people do whenever they look, and here's the key word right here. Neville Goddard does not say, ignore 3D reality, pretend it ain't there. If he did that, he would have been run over by a bus, because he was imagining being in Barbados while he's walking the streets of New York City. What Neville teaches is to disregard the evidence of the senses. Having had been a cop, evidence is proof of something. If I look at that and I go, all right, there's evidence that Fran exists. There's evidence that Cindy exists. I can see things that they've sent to us. And I'm sure that there's fibers and fingerprints from them on there. So there's evidence they exist. But when it comes to imagining, you have to disregard the seeming evidence of the senses. The only thing the senses do is tell you what you've been accepting as true. What you're accepting as true now determines everything. So Joseph got her to the max, that daily win thing. You got a dozen or 2 dozen free videos on that. You can get the pack if you want. But daily wins, that's what you need. Not the someday I'm going to move to France, someday I'm going to have a guy, someday I'm going to have money. It's got to be, what am I giving life to today? Yeah, like my win there. So, cool.
Very cool.
How's that, Victoria?
That's ace, babe.
All right. So we've got one more before we get to Lisa and LaRock. If there's anybody here with a question, start typing it in, but don't send yet. Wait until I say send, otherwise I will have a meltdown. But you know what's funny? There will be people that watch this, and they'll go, "Oh, look at him. He's being mean. His vibration dropped. Oh, well, yeah." If it mattered, the whole universe would have imploded, right? Me having a low vibration, oh dear, right? The whole universe would have imploded. Well, I'm the only one that has free will in my reality, right? You want to prove that wrong? Owen called me. Obviously, he's got free will in my reality, right? And I got free will too, buddy. Don't. So,
Excuse me. Okay.
all right. And look at the nice wall you got me. It's because we're friends.
Excuse me. It's Neville's tree.
It's Neville's tree, and that's our tree too.
Okay.
Yeah, we got another tree. Yeah. Oh wow. Trees.
Cool. The next
Look at that.
question.
More trees.
Okay.
Look at her have a fuck shit moment. This is great. All right. How about if we do the next question?
Okay.
All right.
So the next question's from someone's called You Can Call Me AI.
You can call me out.
Al, is it?
It's
You
a
can call
song.
me Al.
You
Oh, I
can
thought it was
call
AI.
me out.
Okay.
That's good.
IRS problems.
Bum bum bum.
Okay. And Al says, okay, 20, have been in the void. Chakras, vibration, elevated emotion, and my 10-year back tax problem hasn't vanished. Yes, I was a bad boy. I obviously created a belief that I only earned X, and that wasn't enough to sustain my simple way of living. So I lived off the money that the IRS now wants. Have a good tax attorney, etc. I saw a pic online of the 1099-C cancellation of debt. That seemed to feel better. Of course, I'm imagining more money to pay the state.
So, I don't know if you saw the one on our website or not, but Mick had a win like that, where the debt went from something like 6 figures to like $500.
Yeah, I remember that article.
And it's a really good one. And Mick even let us take a photo of the thing and share it, just blur out some details, which was good. But here's the thing. I'm a massive fan of techniques to learn principles. I'm not a fan of techniques to solve problems. That takes us into that whole nervous system dysregulation thing. If you haven't seen that, anybody watching this, look at our videos on nervous system dysregulation. Bonus points if you put up comments of at least 7 words on every one of them.
Yes.
Because I said so, right?
Yeah, 7 words or more.
Yeah, so look at her. Look at her.
Yeah.
She likes shit like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
so you can call me out. You ever have one of those days where there's just no melody to it at all? Right? Or one of those events, or one of those things that just pops into mind and it hits like a thud, gut punch. There's 3 letters in America that I think do that more than any. It's IRS. Did you know the IRS, that the tax code that you all have, when I gave up my U.S. citizenship, was 20 times the size of the Australian tax code, right? Australia's the same size, right? Yeah, granted, we got a lot less people, but it's like, let me get this right. The Australian tax code is 1/20th of the size.
Well, hang on, I don't understand what you mean.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of laws called the Internal Revenue Services Tax Code, or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's say it's like the 26 letters of the alphabet. It's huge,
Oh, I see.
right? Australia has 1 letter.
So it's the rules of
Yes.
the IRS.
Yes.
And you're saying in Australia we only have 1 rule.
No,
something?
we have 1/20th of that.
Of the rules.
Right, of
Okay.
the rolls, right?
Got you.
So it's like when I used to tell people, is look, if a cop wants to pull you over, a cop will pull you over. I can find a reason to pull you over. I can guarantee that. I know the crimes code and the vehicle code still like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
I can drive behind anybody for 4 minutes and find a reason why I could pull them over if I was a cop in Pennsylvania, right? It's just the way it is. Now, here's the thing. IRS. Oh my God. Right? So the first thing I'd do is I'd just have a little bit of fun. It's IRS dynamite. IRS. And I won the fight. Right? You got some energy bottled up around this, I bet you. Just have some fun with the energy. Right? Let it in, let it out, let it move around, let it do what it came here to do. But here's the biggie, right? There's a you that can remember when this was a problem. Right? I had me a step kid or two. Problems. Right? They're not anymore. Anyway, no chippers, no lying included. But I digress. So we're watching the show on that right now. But anyway, can you just, you're going to have these feelings pop up once in a while. Can you remember when it was a problem? In other words, the beginning of this show. I'm going to make sure Owen watches this because he gave us a tremendous gift. I'm not going to hold on to the bad feeling, and I'm not going to be upset with Owen. There's some shit. It's a show, right? Shit show. Well, I let it continue to grow. My first disciple, Simon Peter, says, if I let that grow, it doesn't honor my wishes to be a good friend, to have a good show, to be cool with her and you guys. And it doesn't dignify the Lord because there's one cause. So why did Owen call today? To give us this to have in the show. Right? He thinks he's calling for fun. Right? Why did he call? So we would have this recurring theme to explore through the show. So when you get gut punched, when the show seizes up and freezes up, I'm having a reaction. I am not going to edit that reaction. I'm not going to pretend it's not there. I'm not going to raise my vibration. I'm not going to go cool moss, cool moss. I'm going to go, all right, here's my fucking meltdown. And I'm going to take the energy and need to do what I do. Because if Owen keeps calling me back, right, it'll keep crashing the show. And if I write him a letter, hey, Owen, I love you so much, and you're a sweet guy. And remember the time, and after about 20 minutes, I say, I would appreciate it if you didn't. And it's like, right. Here's the deal. Don't fucking call without texting and have me call you. This is my basic rule, because this will crash everything that I do. And the tech doesn't work that way. So I got to work that way. But again, I'm not holding on to it. It ain't personal. What's personal to me are my dreams and desires. What's impersonal? Speedbumps, echoes. But what's personal is Owen gave us a gift. And so when you get the gut punch, feel it. Whew. Those hurt, man. And then you can just notice it fade. And if you don't make fading based on time, if you get the only thing I got to do is just let that go into the past, and just remember when it was a problem. So you can call me Al. Meanwhile, anybody have anything that's live real quick? If you do, just hit the button. We'll answer that. If not, we will go into Lisa and La Rocks. So we'll do the doobie doo. Ready? Doobie 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 doo. Doobie doobie doo. Doobie 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 doo. There we go. How can I experience desires as gifts? I've been playing with innocence and eagerness. Would love to hear your thought. That's my buddy Zach. Yo, Zach.
Okay.
Cool. I think the number one thing is I know you personally, so I'm going to say I'd love for you to join us in Remarkable if you ever can. Right, $100 a month, all that stuff. Sunday USA call every month. Saturday UK call every month early in the morning for you guys. I'd love for you to join us. Crash commercial over. The disciple of Matthew, Neville Goddard teaches, your desires are gifts. When you are imaginal, you will get that your desires are gifts, and they're also how you give to the world. I've got a desire to be a happy, loving teacher, identity. Because of that identity, I have an activity desire, do the show. And you can see how that just gives life to a lot. But here's the thing. If I had a goal to do a show and a goal to make some money off of you, it would feel completely different. I mentioned, because I know you, just the basic remarkable would give heaps to you. This is all about giving. When you realize God and only God gives the hungers, and that hunger, that desire is a gift. Neville was clear about this. The desire is a gift. Your job is to accept the desire. And as mental, whenever we go mental, that's the different level. Imaginal is head and shoulders above the rest. That's Bart, the disciple of Bart. Chunk down a little bit. The rest are mental. Right? Mental is sequence. Mental is earn. Mental is motivate. Mental is all those things. And I just made a podcast this morning, a little quick episode, why I don't need motivation. If you have imagination, you don't need motivation. Let's ask her, how often do I need motivated to go to the pool or to eat what I love eating?
You don't
Or to
need
kiss
any
you?
motivation for any of that.
Do I ever need motivated to hang out with you? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I know you don't need it to eat or to go to the pool.
Yeah, I'm invited to because that's my identity. Happy living husband, teacher, puppy dad, fighting fit, all those identities that I got. And when I realized that's also how I give to the world. Look at me 2.5, 3 years ago. Look at me now. Right? I got a message with street cred and proof. This shit works. I felt my problem in the past, you can call me out, and it went there. And I no longer have the problems that I had. Not needing weapon 2 hip replacements, being 60 pounds of fat heavier. I've lost 60 pounds of fat, I can guarantee that. Picked up about 30 pounds of muscle. Guarantee that. And it's pretty damn incredible, because have I needed any motivation? Have I ever felt like, oh, I need to cheat and eat cupcakes or something? It just doesn't happen, because I've imagined myself into a state, into an identity that moves me. So Zach, I hope that moves you and gives to you. As you know, reach out to me anytime, and and to anyone that reaches out, if I don't write back, that means I lost your email or didn't see it. So and Zach's written me more than once, because I've lost his emails more than once. So I appreciate it, pal. Nice to see you.
Cool.
So let's nail it, Savage.
All right. So the last question today is from remarkable Lisa Ann LaRocque. Litany of loss or legacy of love? Hello, 20. Thanks for the gold, Zach said.
No problem, mate. No problem, man.
And Lisa asks, hello, 20 in Victoria. Litany of loss or legacy of love? She tells the barista how much she dislikes espresso and about her milk allergy and her aversion to iced coffee. The barista begins filling orders. Though he tries, he cannot recall what she wanted.
Nice.
Often we know so well what we don't want.
Yes.
And what we don't have, we recite like a litany of lost pieces. We've rehearsed the feeling of absence so thoroughly that we don't feel whole. We've created an altar to the idol of absence. Manifesting isn't about finding missing pieces or parts of ourselves. Manifesting is a sacrament to myself. I'm imparting grace, holding sacred significance for me and others. When I declare my divinity, being wholly whole, my imaginal act becomes a sacred moment where I've inscribed and sealed a love letter to myself. With each letter received and realised, I now have a legacy of loving life-giving moments. Please share your thoughts. Thank you, Lisa. Off you go, babe.
I love that David was revealed. So Neville's teachings on David, I'm not going to go into them, but factor them in. Ready? And David was chiseled out of a block. David wasn't built, David was revealed. And one of the things that keeps showing up in the Remarkable chat and elsewhere is addiction. People are addicted to intervention. And we become addicted to intervention whenever we don't have a seductive identity in place. I'm seduced by my identities.
That's nice.
Happy, loving husband.
Seduced.
Right?
Yeah.
And so being seduced by my identities, happy, loving puppy dad. Happy. I go to the Aldi's and I buy things that could be dog toys. Right?
Yes, that weren't intended.
Yeah, they
as
weren't
dog
intended to
toys.
be, but this happens,
Bruce
right?
loves them.
And I go, oh my God, that's fairly indestructible. Doesn't feel like it's got any dangerous parts. Let's have some fun here. It's only $5, right?
Yeah.
But if it lasts 5 minutes, it's $1 a minute, right? It's cheaper than most phone psychics. So I just get a kick out of, can we fall in love? Y'all that were on my shopping trip this morning, I got to sing "You Gotta Have Faith" with a lovely young redheaded lady with more piercings and tats than I could count, and we just had a great time. If we look at everything that's proper, and especially in Australia, Jesus, I should be keeping my distance, professional. I'm yelling across because I got a box of wine, I got this. And I go, right, how much more do I need? It's like, cool, give me another box, go get some wine. So I'm getting some wine, and I noticed they had the Faith on sale. And I've got an office policy. I will not buy Faith brand wine unless the person selling it to me sings Faith, right? And so, yeah, I'm just yelling across the liquor land, y'all, right, kiddo, right? Who do you sing it, yes or no, right? Okay, right? I'll even play it, good, right? And we had so much fun because we did something lovely. Instead of having a list of don't flirt with the young girl, don't get close to her, don't ask her to sing a song, don't, right? I've got all these allergies, I don't like this, I don't like that. Yeah. I don't care. I'm more curious about you. And so the week before on the Remarkable call, I was saying two things, or the Remarkable shopping chat. I was saying, you guys know, I will never fuck around on my wife. Never. I was going to say life, right? Same thing to me. I will never fuck around on my wife. Second of all, I will flirt with every human being that I come in contact with if possible. I don't care if they're 7 or 70. Your ass is mine. And what's flirting? Flirting is what is stretching into a possibility, stretching into what's possible. And so when I'm looking at the wine, I could get that wine from my wife, right? She'd like that wine. Get her, right? So I'm flirting with getting the wine. Now I'm flirting with get her. We sing song, yes? I have no idea why I even talk like that to her, but it's just that's the relationship that I have with her. I don't think anybody else does, right? Get her. So it's just good fun. She's having fun with it. Hopefully you're all having fun with it. But life can be this way. If we don't have, I love the words that Lisa used. Let me scroll up. Yeah. Litany of loss.
Yeah.
How many roles could I put into place?
Yeah.
I'm married. She's younger. Blah, blah. What will the old guy in the store think? There was an old guy in the store.
Did you ask him to join in?
Yeah. Oh, no. He was doing his best to totally avoid anything.
Ignore you.
Like, this is great. Right.
I'll come back later.
Yeah. So, but it's good fun. What do you think? So some of y'all were there. If you're here still, just comment. Was it fun or what? And here's my second question. Do you think Kiddo's day is going to be better
Yeah.
Yeah. Hers is better because of it. She wasn't even there.
Mm.
Some of y'all are having a quote unquote better day because flirting happens. And so, what happens instead of us forcing everything in life, forcing ourselves to have boundaries, what if we built bridges by flirting? What if that's what this is all about? And here's the cool thing: I'll reach out to Owen right after the show, and I'll say, "Hey, make sure you watch the show, buddy. This is good. You gave us a hoot. All right, you gave us a lot. Make sure you watch."
Both of them.
Both of them. Yeah, each of both of them. Right? Watch 20 and have a fuck shit moment. It's important that you have those.
Yeah.
Right? Why? Because I love my show and I love doing things right. Right? And then the intensity shows up. Is that right? And then that energy gets to be used for work. Because I'm not energy. I have access to it. What I am is love. Neville Goddard says that you are the operant power of God. How are you going to operate it? Right? If you're the operant power, right? Yeah, how are you going to operate it? So, one more thing. He cannot recall what she wanted.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you want to know why people need motivation? Because they can't recall what they wanted. They're so lost in, well, I want this, but I don't want to have that. And, you know what I want. And yeah, let's ask Victoria a question. You've cooked meals. Sometimes it's pretty easy. Sometimes it ain't. And if you focus on what you don't have and you don't want, and that you don't want what you don't have, suddenly, yeah, the meal never gets cooked or enjoyed, or there's nothing going on. And we've all done this. On the other hand, if you go, what are you having today? What's your today meal?
Oh, I've got
What's your?
a warm lamb
Oh.
salad sandwich. Yeah, it's
Look at her! Look at her! Look at her! Look at her!
Because I cook the dogs roast lamb. They're very spoiled, these dogs, because we're trying to modify the diet for Bruce's skin. But yeah, so they had roast lamb, so I cut a hunk off it for me.
Yes.
And thought, right, that's going to be for my salad sandwich.
Look at her!
Yeah.
What don't you want for lunch today?
Anything else?
yeah, she can't even go with that.
No, I just want
She's
that.
so in love with, we're having a yummy meal and it's yummy lamb and it's yummy yummy.
Yeah.
She can't get stuck in yuck, 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 yuck.
No.
And this is why people even have trouble manifesting love. Well, I made a list. And so, well, you know, you got to make two lists, right? You got to make a list of what you want, a list of what you don't want. And then you got to make a list of the things that you never considered that you don't want or do want, and the stuff that you forgot. And pretty soon you got at least 5 lists, and you're trying to manifest one fella. Or you could just, you know, my identity is happy, loving husband, happy, loving teacher, happy, loving puppy dad. And are there speed bumps? You bet. But since it's a legacy of love,
Rather than a litany of loss.
oh,
Yeah, that's a fabulous title
yeah,
for it.
that's gorgeous. Thanks, Lisa.
Really good. Yeah,
Cool.
very cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
And
That
LaRock.
was brilliant. And LaRock. And what we want to know is...
Wow.
Tell us, what was your hashtag story bit?
Cool.
I really loved how you said having a seductive identity, being seduced
Yes.
by your identities. I love that. Yeah, so that's my hashtag strawberry bit.
I want you to do this to yourself. Because you'll be seduced by the sweetness of Garden Girl.
Or ice cream.
Or ice
No.
cream. Yeah, so y'all that were on the shopping trip last week and I bought ice cream, guess what? She already had some.
I had some.
She already had some in the freezers. I came home, she's, oh wow, now I got 2.
Still got 2.
I still got 2.
But yeah, I get that. Yeah, seduced by Garden Girl or seduced. Yeah, just like it just feels so enveloping. It's just, I don't know. It's just,
You bet.
yeah.
What if seduction was speed? And I'm not saying yo baby, yeah, to try to talk her into doing something. That's conniving. How many people are teaching to connive themselves? Sufficiently impressed upon your subconscious, right? That's conniving. On the other hand, what if you were sufficiently impressed,
Yeah.
seduced? Oh, All right.
Cool.
So, Victoria,
Yes.
and my strawberry bit, Owen. So he's got to watch to the end of the show. I got to tell him, don't skip nothing. Watch
Yeah,
both
I
shows to
mentioned
the
your
end of the
name
show.
about 30 times.
Owen. Ready? Everybody type Owen. Well, if you're after the show, go back and hit the replay and type Owen. Owen. Owen.
But where does it get shown, the comments?
Oh, do you think I understand any of this?
Right.
That's tech. They always change the rules every week.
Okay.
Like, it's
Because
unbelievable.
we're not on Facebook, we're on YouTube.
Yeah,
aren't
here's
we?
my litany of loss. Every week, somebody changes something somewhere in the universe of what I do. Every week. I swear to God. Right? I get on a Zoom call the other day. Unbelievable. Right? And so, every week, litany of loss. Every week. You know what I do? I just keep going.
Yeah.
How you doing? Here we go. Right? That's all. That's it. And I don't persist. Right? So.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, you guys.
Love you guys. Have a lovely day. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
And we've got 10 people here and 8 people that liked it.
Yeah, we had more than that, so some of you snuck out without doing it. Okay.
Oh, no. We like likes.
See ya.
Like, it's nice to be nice to the nice.
I know.